There's a strange thing that happens when two women wear almost the same outfit. One of them gets noticed. The other one just gets seen. Nobody can quite explain why, but it's never an accident. It's never about money either. It's about 6 specific mistakes, and once you know them, you'll spot them on every woman you pass on the street, and more importantly, you'll never make them again. I've watched this play out at hotel lobbies, at charity lunches, at the checkout line of the grocery store. Two women, similar age, similar budget, sometimes even wearing the exact same brand. And still, one of them reads as effortless, expensive, in control of every choice she made that morning, while the other reads as simply dressed. The gap between them is never talent. It's never taste in the way people assume. It's 6 repeatable, learnable mistakes, hiding in plain sight in almost every closet. I've spent years watching this pattern. Women who read a room the second they enter it. Women who look expensive without a single logo in sight. And every single time, the difference came down to the same 6 things, small, almost invisible choices that either add 10 years to a woman's appearance or take them away completely. None of them require a bigger budget. None of them require a different body. They require noticing what most women never stop to question. Today I'm decoding all 6, and by the end of this video, you'll look at your own closet with completely different eyes. The first mistake is the shapeless layer. Picture 2 women at the same lunch. One is wearing an oversized cardigan, loose through the shoulders, loose through the waist, no defined line anywhere on her body. The other is wearing a cardigan in the exact same neutral tone, but hers is cut with structure, nipped slightly at the waist, sleeves that end at the wrist instead of swallowing her hands. The first woman disappears into the fabric. The second one wears it. The secret is in 3 details. First, shoulder seams that sit exactly where your shoulder ends, never past it. Second, a defined waistline, even if it's subtle, a slight tailored curve is enough. You don't need a belt. Third, sleeve length that stops precisely at the wrist bone, not an inch beyond. A cream cardigan with these 3 details, worn over a simple black dress, reads as intentional. The oversized version reads as an afterthought. And here's what changes. People stop assuming you grabbed whatever was clean. They assume you chose it. This one mistake is so common because comfort and shapelessness get confused with each other. A structured piece can be just as comfortable as a shapeless one. The difference lives entirely in the cut, not the fit around the body. Once you start noticing shoulder seams on other women, you'll never unsee it. It becomes the first thing your eye checks, before color, before accessories, before anything else. The second mistake happens with logos. Picture a woman walking into a hotel lobby wearing a bag with the brand's initials repeated across the entire surface. Now picture another woman carrying a bag in the same price range, same leather quality, but with no visible branding at all. The eye goes straight to the second woman's face, her posture, her presence. With the first woman, the eye goes straight to the logo and stops there. The secret is in 3 details. First, choose pieces where the branding is a small embossed clasp or a subtle hardware detail. Never a repeating pattern. Second, if a piece has visible branding, wear only one such piece at a time. Never a logo bag with logo sunglasses. Third, let the quality of the material do the talking instead of the name. A camel bag in smooth, unmarked leather paired with tortoiseshell sunglasses without visible branding says money that doesn't need to announce itself. And the women around her sense something, they just can't name what it is. That's the whole point. This is the one European style has always understood better than anywhere else. Walk through Milan and you'll notice the most elegant women rarely wear a single visible logo. The luxury lives in the leather, the stitching, the way a bag holds its shape after 10 years of use, not in a monogram announcing the price tag to strangers. And wait until you hear the third mistake. This is the one even stylish women overlook for years without realizing it. The third mistake is holding on to faded basics. Every woman owns a safe white t-shirt, a navy cardigan, a pair of black trousers that have quietly gone gray with washing. The mistake isn't wearing basics. Basics are the foundation of every elegant wardrobe. The mistake is wearing tired ones and thinking nobody notices. They notice. A faded black is one of the fastest ways to look worn out, even when the rest of the outfit is thoughtful. The secret is in 3 details. First, true black fades to a dull charcoal within a year of regular washing. Replace it before it gets there, not after. Second, white cotton yellows at the collar and underarms long before it looks obviously stained. Check under natural light, not the bathroom mirror. Third, structured pieces like blazers lose their shape at the shoulders first, so that's where to check for wear before anywhere else. A crisp black blazer over a plain white shirt looks like quiet authority. The same blazer, slightly faded and soft at the shoulders, looks like something pulled from the back of the closet. Replace 3 key basics a year and nothing else in your wardrobe will ever look tired again. Think of your basics the way a chef thinks of a good knife: invisible when it's working, obvious the moment it's dull. Nobody compliments a perfect black trouser directly, but they compliment the woman wearing it without ever knowing why she looks so put together. That's the quiet power of a basic that hasn't been allowed to fade. The fourth mistake is ignoring proportion. Imagine 2 women in the same midi skirt. One skirt ends at the widest part of her calf. The other ends just below the knee at the narrowest point of the leg. Same skirt, same woman's body type even, but one leg looks elongated and the other looks cut short, almost stumpy, without either woman doing anything different with the rest of her outfit. The secret is in 3 details. First, hemlines should land at a narrow point of the leg, just below the knee, mid-calf at the slimmest part, or full length at the ankle. Never at the widest part of the calf. Second, sleeve length matters just as much. 3/4 sleeves should end above the wrist bone, never mid-forearm, which visually shortens the arm. Third, tops paired with high-waisted bottoms should end just below the natural waist, not at the hip, to avoid cutting the body in half visually. A well-placed hemline does more for how tall and slim you appear than any diet or exercise ever could. Diane von Furstenberg built an entire empire on understanding this single principle with the wrap dress. Proportion, not size, dictates how elegant a body looks. And the next one is the mistake that even women who dress beautifully in neutrals still fall into, without ever realizing it's happening. The fifth mistake is reaching for saturated primary colors instead of a tonal palette. 2 women both love color and there's nothing wrong with that. But one wears a bright red top with royal blue trousers and canary yellow accessories, every piece fighting for attention. The other wears 3 different shades of the same warm tone: rust, cognac, and cream. The first woman looks busy. The second looks curated, almost as if a stylist assembled her from a single mood board. The secret is in 3 details. First, choose one dominant color family per outfit: burgundy, camel, or navy, and stay within its shades rather than introducing a competing hue. Second, use texture, not additional colors, to create visual interest. A matte skirt with a silk blouse in the same tone reads far richer than 2 contrasting colors ever could. Third, save true primary colors for a single small accent: a lipstick, a thin belt, never for 2 full garments at once. This is exactly the principle behind the camel, off-white, and black combination beloved by women like Jackie Kennedy, and it's why that palette has never once gone out of style in 70 years. The sixth mistake, and this is the one that surprises even women who consider themselves put together, is the costume jewelry pile. Picture a woman wearing 5 thin bracelets, a layered necklace, drop earrings, and 2 rings, all in different metals and different finishes. Now picture another woman wearing exactly 1 piece, a single, substantial gold cuff. The first woman's jewelry competes with her face for attention. The second woman's jewelry frames it. The secret is in 3 details. First, pick 1 metal tone for the entire look and commit to it completely: gold or silver, never mixed unless you truly know what you're doing. Second, choose 1 statement piece rather than 5 small ones. A chunky gold hoop does more than an entire jewelry box worn at once. Third, if your outfit already has a strong element like a bold print or a statement bag, let jewelry disappear almost entirely. 1 simple stud is enough. Grace Kelly rarely wore more than pearls and a watch, and no one has ever called her under-accessorized. At 50, you already have the one thing every stylist spends a career trying to teach: restraint. You've watched trends come and go enough times to know that the loudest outfit in the room is rarely the most respected one. Elegance was never about adding more. It was always about knowing precisely what to remove, and that instinct only sharpens with time. You don't need to catch up to anyone. You're the one other women are quietly studying, whether they admit it or not. Every woman in her 20s is still experimenting, still borrowing someone else's idea of style because she hasn't found her own yet. You're past that. You know your colors, you know your proportions, you know exactly what makes you feel like yourself in a room full of strangers. That knowledge is not a consolation prize for getting older. It's the actual destination every stylish woman is trying to reach. You're simply already there. Which of these 6 mistakes did you recognize in your own closet? Tell me which one you're fixing first in the comments. And if this kind of decoding is useful to you, subscribe. Every week I break down another detail that separates a woman who's simply dressed from a woman who commands the room the second she walks in.